Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Double Feature Podcast. Today, we are going to be giving you guys our instant thoughts on Peacemaker, Episode 2, Season 2, and then we're going to be also talking about our most anticipated movies that are left in the year. But before we do, please do us a favor. If you are new here, this is your first time visiting our channel, subscribe, like the video if you end up enjoying it. It helps us out a ton. It's completely free. We would love that. And also, you guys can follow us on social media. Our links, all the links will be in the description below. But Peacemaker episode 1 of this new season. We're off to a great start with this series. And I will say this episode, before we start actually reviewing it, was not as energetic. It was not as, high octane as the first episode. But I think there's something I'm going to point out when we get to reviewing this, I guess, that I think works, especially for this show. If you watch like season 1 right now and binge it, you're going to have those slower moments. And when you watched Peacemaker that first season weekly, you had some of those episodes that weren't as insane and ridiculous as previous ones.
I would say most shows in general tend to have a packed first episode.
Yes, because you need
and then not a middling, but just not at But just and then the few episodes after that, are then the real building blocks towards the latter half, which ultimately starts to pick it up and stuff like that. So I would say it's not really anything to harp about, but I mean, if we're comparing each season, I think I like the second episode of Peacemaker season 1 better than this episode.
I'm trying to think. I know
but I think I like the first episode of this season of Peacemaker better than the first episode of season 1 of Peacemaker. But
all right, then let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about it. Peacemaker season 2 episode 2 just dropped, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. 𝙧𝙀🙬 is a menace, as always, but as you see during the episode, we get more of our team finally coming together, right? They were sprinkling some of that in the first episode, but here they're all together. They're having this kind of get together, and I really felt it. But meanwhile, during all that stuff, 𝙧𝙀🙬 is like in a house raid.
Tim Meadows is being Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows is literally
John Economos is just has a front row seat to the Tim Meadows experience, and I mean, that's really all that happens in this episode. I mean,
we'll say
obviously anger problems.
This the episode starts by establishing clearly.
We'll get into it. Go ahead.
The episode starts establishing that obviously Rick Flag is out for revenge, and he's
gets his whole own intro. He's like, "Fuck Peacemaker," and then the fucking music starts going while he's walking in slow.
Okay. They establish that things are more than just the pocket universe shenanigans. There's a level of motivation under him. There's a fire under his ass, and they establish that. But for the majority of this episode, we're really just sitting here monitoring Peacemaker's house, while towards the back half, that's when our 11th Street kids come together. But before this, I wanna bring up a nice parallel. It's interesting because you can see similar structuring in this season with the last season. In episode 2, specifically, it was towards the end, but in episode 2, you had Peacemaker and Vigilante from last season, kind of what would you call it? Like bonding, outside
their
in the
bonding
woods,
moment,
shooting a bunch of stuff and exploding a bunch of stuff, and they're having so much fun. They're bonding, and this is early when we meet Peacemaker, far before his growth. And then in here, you get kind of a similar parallel where it's him and Vigilante cleaning up a dead body, but you kind of see the growth where Chris is kind of more sensitive to this kind of stuff. He's discussed it a little bit. And Vigilante is still a psychopath. Like, Vigilante is like smile. He's dancing while he's mopping up the blood and all this. And you kind of see this parallel. And it's so good to see Christopher's growth as a character. Like, you can just see.
I think you're stretching it a little bit. I don't think it's that as much as he's cutting up his own body, basically.
Right, but I don't think he would
it's
have
as much like
been
real
as
character growth in a
effective.
parallel.
It is.
As much as
I don't think he would have
a
been
similar
remotely
scene.
as effective.
And then he's kind of disgusted because he's like cutting his own body.
If this was in the first season at the very beginning, I don't think that would be his reaction at all. I think
his reaction would totally be like, "What the fuck?" If he was cutting a body that looked exactly like him and was Peacemaker in an alternate universe.
But that's not the issue here.
I think that's why he has an issue.
No,
I think that's why he's disgusted in that scene.
I disagree. I don't
think he's. You think Peacemaker's disgusted at like cutting off limbs and shit? So what? Is Peacemaker about to be a hero now?
He's trying to be. He's flawed. He's not a perfect
hero. Like a hero, like a fucking
like someone with a no-kill rule. You're saying?
Like with a rule, with a rule. No. He's gonna dispense justice and get peace no matter what fucking way.
No, he's not. He's not. That was all an act in the first season. That was all an act for the first half of that first season, and then his true self started to come out, and he saw how hypocritical he was in his thinking and in the way he approached heroism. Like, the entire approach he took was false and fraudulent, and obviously the Rick Flag death is what really kind of hit the nail in the coffin for him. And I think had this been Peacemaker before his show, I think he would have seen this as a alternate dimension Peacemaker that he's cutting up. He wouldn't have felt sensitive. He wouldn't have felt anything. I think
that's a stretch. I think it's a little bit of a stretch, but I don't know. I think if you see yourself, I think that raises a lot of concern and a lot of instinct, especially for someone like Peacemaker. Yeah, I don't know. I disagree there, but it is.
That's fine. But during this, or not during, well, yeah, I guess during this is when we see like Tim Meadows' character, and a lot of this is kind of set up here. It's a lot of introduction, whereas the first episode was more like catching up. This is like now setting up kind of things moving forward. We get introduced to Tim Meadows' character, and he is literally delivering lines on an insane level. Like, it is wild. And then while we're doing all of that, you slowly see Chris kind of just giving up almost. He's slowly like on the roof when he's talking to Harcourt, and he kind of sees like she is not fucking with him at all. Obviously, I think we all expect.
Yeah, it's giving me it's low key that whole conversation low key gave me shades of Peter and Gamora in Guardians 3. It's like
Guardians 3?
You want this thing.
I guess.
Yeah, it's like you want this. It's like you want this thing that you can't have, right? But it's almost like you're like not peer pressure because Peacemaker is not like necessarily like pushing like Harcourt to be with him. He's just he's making that feeling felt a lot more.
Yeah,
like he's making it more apparent to Harcourt, like what he wants and stuff like that. Very much reminds me of Guardians 3. Harcourt isn't having it until the season, somewhere along the line, the season's going to decide, hey, Harcourt, it's time to have it. And she's going to have all of Peacemaker.
I think Harcourt has a lot of qualities similar to previous James Gunn characters, where she is clearly very,
battling with herself.
She's been through the ringer, and that causes her to kind of push people away regardless of how she truly feels, or even taking the time to understand how she truly feels.
I would say that goes for like the majority of James Gunn's characters. It's always like a underlying trauma behind some of these characters, and like those traumatic experiences kind of make them spiral into something that they want to end up fix, something that they feel like they shouldn't be, something they need to fix. I don't know. I feel like the hardcore stuff is just taking a while to develop. Like I feel like she's just mad, and there's no real like poignant reason there. There's
yes,
no real like
justifiably so.
Oh no. Obviously, like the reason she's mad is, but I'm saying like there's no. It doesn't feel poignant. It just feels like she's mad, like all the time. It doesn't feel like it's coming from a place of like, you know what I mean, of like real depth. Like you could see why she's mad. You know, like it just feels like a lot of times she's just mad. Like the talk with the therapist or whatever, that one I could feel. You know, you could see where that anger is coming from truly.
Yes, but that's
built
up. That was 6 months
but
later.
That's what I mean.
She hasn't been able to get a job.
When she's like in the mirror and then the girl is like nagging her, it's like that whole scene is just like, okay, you're literally making the girl next to her be 10 times more annoying than like the average person, just so that like Amelia Hardcore can be angry. That's what it feels like. You know what I mean? Like just so she can be angry in the scene. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
I think she, I guess, but
and that's what I mean. That doesn't feel poignant, and then it ends up just making her seem like she's just angry all the time. Which I mean, yeah, that's what it is. She has anger issues and stuff like that. Right. And I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not
every other. She's not. The difference here is hardcore. Like as a person is not like she's hard. She's very.
Right. And I get that. I got that with the therapist whole, like, I got that with the back and forth between them. I mean, you kind of get that last season too, but like, yeah, that's very clear.
She feels like she literally has no purpose right now. Like,
right. And my only issue is that it doesn't feel like she's trying to find purpose. That's my issue. It just feels like she's walking around and is mad at life.
No,
you get what I'm saying?
She's only had one purpose. Like, I don't think you understand. And now that's being taken away from her.
I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying right now.
I'm just saying.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
That's being taken away from her.
I'm just saying, like, I would like to see her character, like, I want to see some, like some dimension. You know what I mean?
I think we will. I think, like, clearly
give me
she's
something
going to
that's
find
going to really
a purpose,
you know, open up her character.
Her relationship with Chris. I think at some point during the season, they're going to make up, and Harcourt's gonna obviously express the feelings that she really has, and she'll clearly.
I'm surprised at how big of a part Economos has been a part of the show so far. 2 episodes in, he's like half the episodes, like sitting in a van just staring.
He's like doing his own thing, but he's like about the same. He was doing the same thing the first season, where he was constantly behind the scenes doing the hacker stuff.
I guess the hardcore stuff is probably going to come in the latter half of the season, or like be built up and then start like coming in more towards the latter half of the season. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about the hardcore Peacemaker. I don't really see the chemistry there anyways. Number one, like between John Cena and Jennifer Holland.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't really see. I'm not going to
disagree
there.
I'm not going to disagree. But to be fair, we haven't really gotten to see that blossom.
Two damaged people, you know, Joker and Harley. You know, fuck it.
Like, yeah, I think
maybe they'll find some solitude there. But
that conversation on the roof clearly doesn't go the way Chris wants it. Meanwhile, during all of that, Vigilante's in his tidy whities. Vigilante's
and can I say something? Hold on. Can I say something? Now,
can I just say,
I could be totally
bro
wrong.
Is like ripped.
Oh, he's shredded.
Shredded.
Didn't they have a shirtless scene last season? And he was like shredded as fuck last season too. I don't
remember him being shirtless.
I think they did. I
remember his ass cheeks
I just
last season. I remember him pissing into the camera, panning up his ass.
What I was gonna say, I could be wrong, right? Freddie Strong could be, you know, the guy that I do not know, right? Like, I don't know who he is. Is it just me? Or whenever any of these characters are in tidy whities, their bulge is fucking packed. Like, no. Like, it looks like a sock.
I'm not looking down there, but, you know.
Into the
do as
bulge.
you please. I will not judge. We listen.
Also, does everybody in this universe just wear tidy whities? does Peacemaker and Vigilante go tidy whitey shopping together?
Maybe that's a well. I mean, Vigilante's so psychotic that like
I could see him wearing tidy whities because
Peacemaker does. Just because Peacemaker does. But yeah,
just getting beer poured on. Can I say too before we get into the rest of the scene? It felt very abrupt.
What?
Did it feel like that to you when this scene came? Like started when the scene like started happening? Just them on the rooftop, like when they all got there and like
they were talking about it the whole episode.
I know they were talking about it, but it felt like the last time we saw them, and then
Vigilante just teleports. And he's like, "Yeah, I came up through the fire escape."
Like, do you get what? Okay, and by the way, the Vigilante guy just appearing and reappearing is fucking Jesus Christ. I need them to be doing that shit all the time. But and then like Amelia, the way like you transition from this like damaged, super down on her luck Amelia Harcourt to like, oh yeah, she's down to hang out and have a party with like, I don't know, like something about like the last time
they're her only friends
before that scene, where those characters were at to how this scene feels tonally, the warmness and like stuff of this scene. I'm just like,
it's because bro,
like all these people are like going through like shit. It feels like right now, and it's like they come back and it's like it's almost like nothing is wrong, like everything is completely normal. And I get it, like it's not they love you. That's love. Like I get it, right?
It's not time.
Exactly.
For that. This is the first time we've met in a while. We're not about to just be.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like they wouldn't even meet. That's what I'm saying. I feel like
they wouldn't meet. Come on, it's their only friends.
I feel like the scenario. Right, but I'm saying I feel like just the scenario doesn't call for it. Do you get what I'm saying? It would be something if it was like something is up or something and this and that, and like they have a get together to talk about it or like you know, something like that. But it just feels like we got to get the 11th Street kids back together because they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like.
I don't.
Am I crazy? Like it doesn't feel like things are happening for reasons.
Why does the world need to shatter for friends to come together?
There just needs to be a reason.
Talking about? Like
because there's a reason they're all split, right? It would be one thing if one of them had said like they do this every other month or something. You know what I mean? But like since they split the fuck up and they're all having shitty lives, even shittier than before.
Who split up though? They all talk to each other, just they haven't come together yet. Economos was talking to Adebayo in the first episode. Peacemaker's clearly kept in touch with Harcourt.
Right, but that's what I mean. That's what
Vigilante.
I mean, right? But don't you think it would have been kind of a better scenario if they set up this party and they didn't know everybody was going and Peacemaker was just bringing Harcourt to somewhere and like Economos was with Adebayo already and they're like,
that just seems like an extra step in what's already a logical.
I just think that would be very like wholesome and heartwarming. It's like people that distanced themselves and their lives got worse, right? It's like I don't feel like they would be privy to like just hang out. I feel like they would just be like
why not? I just
maybe
don't.
Maybe it's less the scenario and more the tone for me. Maybe it's more like the whiplash of tone from the down in the gutter shittiness to the like easygoing, you know, let's have a good time party. Maybe that's what it is and not the scenario. But I don't know. To me, it just feels like some things are happening just like cuz. And I mean, fine, whatever. Some things, I don't know. Some.
Anyways.
I'm not saying it's bad either. I'm not saying that scene is like bad or anything. I just want like, I don't know. I just want like to feel like these, like something's mattering right now. It doesn't feel like much is mattering to me, at least. Going through the motions. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the world hasn't shattered quite yet. Yeah, we're in episode 2. So
need the world to shatter, man. Need the world to shatter.
That's what it sounds like. You want in
need Lex Luthor to split the world in half.
That's what it sounds like you want in the second episode.
That's not. I'm not describing anything like that. All I'm saying is reasons, and I don't want things to feel like they're just there because I don't think that's crazy.
No, I think it's ridiculous to say, no, friends need a cooperative reason to get together.
In the context, I feel like. In the context of the show, I feel like they do.
In the context of what? They're still... It's not like they're not friends and they just came together. That would be random.
Like, I mean, when Peacemaker showed up to was that Harcourt's house in the first episode?
Yes.
And they didn't seem like she wanted him there. They didn't seem like they were like the homies.
Yes, it did. Peacemaker is sitting on the electric box, and he goes, and she goes, just beat up my dashboard. He goes, that motherfucking thing had it coming. And then he goes, how did your interview go? Or she goes, how did your interview go? And he was like, I didn't really care about that. And Harcourt says, no, like, or he was like, not that you care or something. And Harcourt goes, no, I know you wanted that. Like she still cares. She might not love him
because of the way that they approached it, because like even like I don't know, like even when Peacemaker first saw Vigilante, when Vigilante came up with the cleaning supplies and whatnot, just didn't feel like you know what I mean? Like this is their first time seeing each other, and I don't even know how
Vigilante,
long.
I doubt that.
But I'm saying I don't know, because in the first episode they're nowhere to be. Everybody's literally in their own thing in the first episode.
I don't quite understand that, because Peacemaker...
Okay, let me give it to you straight. When you're 5 years old, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody's in their own place in the first episode.
They're
in the
not.
second episode, they're together.
No, they're still meeting.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
So no one meets each other in the first episode.
They are not together in the first episode.
That's not what I said. Did no one meet each other?
That's what I said. They are not together in the first episode. They're together in the second episode.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Can you tell me why?
Because they're friends who want to get together.
I don't think that's enough reasoning. I understand that that's why. I don't think that's enough reasoning, given the context of what I've seen so far. To me, that's not a good enough reason.
That is... You're not well. Like, what are you... They're friends.
Okay. I understand that. I'm not saying friends can't just see each other because they're friends.
I'm shocked. I know you stretch.
I'm saying in the context of the show, I don't think that's enough reasoning for me to at least,
understand.
Feel like what's going on is good, and I can't wait. Yeah. No, I can wait.
I don't understand how
I can't, because you're making me wait.
Context changes that. I don't. The show did not give us context that they're not friends. The show did not give us context that none of them interact anymore.
Maybe it's James Gunn's writing style.
Peacemaker met 𝙎𝙬𝙀 in the first episode.
Bicker at each other when they are together. Maybe it's that for me. Maybe it's the tonal whiplash of them being down on their luck in. Yeah, I know she's the only one that does, and that's
because she's the pure one. She's the pure one.
Whatever that means. Anyways, I think that
you're on one
the
today.
Tonal whiplash. I think that the tonal whip I am, because I'm not gonna do the glazing and dick writing that y'all niggas like to do. I'm not gonna do that. We're 2 episodes in and a lot of stuff is happening just fucking because. Fine,
like
but
what?
If you want to glaze that, that's cool.
So tell me
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying I'm waiting.
I want your thought process. That's why we're here talking. Tell me all the things that are happening for no reason to you.
Everything. It feels like everything besides the fact that
that was the most laziest
is going to go
response. Jesus.
Again, what? That's how it feels to
me. Everything.
That's how it feels to me. But again, like besides Rick Flag going after Peacemaker because Peacemaker killed his son, everything else just feels like it's going through the fucking motions. Everything. There's not a single thing in the first 2 episodes aside from that I feel like is a necessity. Not a single thing.
What do you mean a necessity? What do you mean by that?
This means I have to see this.
What?
All I have to see.
You don't have to see any Peacemaker show.
Right, I agree.
Logically.
I think you could fully right now go into the 3rd episode just saying, hey, Peacemaker, he killed his
one of the multiversal
version of it. One of the multiversal versions of himself.
Go ahead and try.
And Rick Flag Sr. Go ahead and try because he killed his son.
Go ahead and try.
I think if you told somebody that, they would be ready for the 3rd episode.
No, they wouldn't
would be ready
understand
for the third
Peacemaker's
episode.
character and where he was in the Suicide Squad versus where he is now.
Oh no,
They
they
would
could
not
watch
understand.
Peacemaker season 1. They could watch the
Right.
Suicide Squad.
They would not understand where Adebayo was at the beginning of season 1 of Peacemaker versus where she is now. Need I say more? You want me to keep going? Okay. Do you want me to? Because
how
what? Adebayo was a regular person. The only reason she was hired in season 1 is because she didn't have a job and she was looking for one. Most likely Amanda Waller that literally got her fired and gave her one. And obviously throughout the course of that series, she undergoes certain events and does certain things that builds her into becoming this character that is that's far less expected of her. My bad for hitting my mic. And by the start of season 2, she clearly has her own kind of like crime fighting business, and that's not who Ads was anywhere near in the first season. That's not where she was. She needed to get there. And obviously Peacemaker.
Okay, so you're telling me you can't you're telling me that. Okay, see, this is what I mean by necessity. That's not a necessity. I don't care. That's not something I need to see.
Nothing is needed.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you understand?
No, I would argue the red flag stuff and the multiversal stuff is needed. That's why I brought both of those up.
How is the multiversal
those are
stuff
needed.
How is the multiversal?
Because that is literally about to be the fucking backbone of this story.
Yeah,
of John Cena's,
but you don't
need that. Of the character Peacemaker that the show is about. It's about to be the backbone of his story.
I'm not quite understanding what you're saying then.
So that's a necessity. No, and then Rick Flag, obviously the main antagonist, what our backs are up against the wall against, right? It's Rick Flag Sr. chasing after Peacemaker because he killed his son. Those are the only things you need to know. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't understand how the multiverse.
You need to know about about the orgy. You need to know about that.
Know about it? We're not having an episode.
So you see what I mean, right?
Orgy.
We're not. We're just having the orgy, just naked, a bunch of naked bodies placed throughout. Why?
Because that happens. What? Because
Why?
Peacemaker clearly does not.
Second episode. Why are naked bodies? Why am I still seeing that?
Would you think the second episode took place a week later?
No, I'm asking you. Okay. Right? Why am I seeing that? Why?
Because it's the next
in the second episode
day.
I could literally give you the first episode as to why I'm seeing them. Why am I seeing them in the second episode?
Because it's the next day.
So
they're still there.
Why do they have to be there?
Nothing has to happen.
Do you get what I'm saying, though?
Do you understand?
Get what I'm saying, though?
That's not a valid criticism at all.
Like I see in anime shit in stuff too.
That is not.
It's very filler. It's very filler.
Not a valid critic. Nothing has to happen.
Technically, for example, the entire
Peacemaker, the character, doesn't even have to exist. Technically. That's not a valid criticism to say.
I'm not saying everything has to have a necessity.
This is ridiculous. This
but
is not
there's things
form of criticism.
This is ridiculous.
Logistical, or
I think it's completely logistical. I think I just don't.
I think you would complain either way.
Bullshit in a show just for the fuck of it.
What you're complaining about is you want just.
I don't want to see
Vigilante.
Titties and pussies and dicks for no reason. Is that crazy?
There is a reason, though, Kelly.
Is that crazy?
There is a reason for it, though.
Is that
Kelly.
crazy?
It's not just
There is no justifiable reason. I am in episode 2 of Peacemaker looking at a bush right now. There is no justifiable reason.
There is. It's the very next day.
Why couldn't they be out?
Because they partied.
So?
Oh.
You wanted to keep them there.
You think
there's people that leave after a party, dumbass.
You think
not everybody thinks
stayed?
like James Gunn, a fucking frat boy, where fucking tens and 20s of people are laid out, fucking drunk and passed out the next night. That's not how regular parties go, by the way. It's not.
Did that look like a regular party to you?
No, it didn't.
Okay, thank you. So let's move on because
this isn't a regular universe. So let's go. Kick them out. Oh.
What?
But I'm staring at them for what? For no real reason. Literally no reason.
Staring at them.
Matter of fact, I'll do you one better.
We're talking about
if you remove
maybe
all
seconds.
of the naked people. If you remove all the naked
all
people,
of it,
right from episode.
The episode is maybe 1 minute shorter.
Like, it also does not change.
No, it doesn't. Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. What? Why does that matter? What?
But I gotta watch Peacemaker and Vigilante have a conversation, and in the center of the screen are just a bunch of naked bodies.
Yeah, because they just had a party last night.
Do you see my issue though? It feels like I'm just looking at shit.
It's hard to have a conversation with you because
with no real reasoning or like.
Okay. I mean, you've seen. I'm not gonna say you're like you've seen your fair share of like.
I did not feel this way at all watching Peacemaker season 1 at all. Like I didn't feel this way at all.
You've seen your fair share of like animes. Not that I'm gonna compare it.
Tons of filler in that shit too, and that's what I'm comparing. That's what I compared it to. It feels like
you're doing that again, where you just let me speak. Let me speak. Okay. This episode. If you watch television, that's normal. Especially HBO television.
This is not HBO.
Especially
this is not
HBO.
television.
If you are familiar with HBO, seeing two characters talking, a bunch of naked people in the middle, is normal at this point. If you've seen anything from the Game of Thrones universe, it's normal at this point.
That's your approach.
My approach. This is like comparing seeing naked people and sexual intercourse in a show about Norse mythology. You realize that's what you just did, right? So you're saying every second on screen of a Game of Thrones episode has nude?
No, I'm saying that is normal. That's like the culture. That's what it is.
That is Peacemaker for you. Thank you.
Oh, really? When did we see an orgy in season 1?
You didn't see him have a party in season 1.
When did we see an orgy? Matter of fact, I'll do one better. When did we see some dicks?
In season 1 of Peacemaker?
Yeah.
I don't think they were quite ready to push it there yet.
I don't think there were, huh?
When did we see orgies in The Boys?
Buddy. Don't see this. Okay.
Oh, we don't want to have that conversation.
Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Because you're just being obtuse. Now you're being obtuse.
No, you.
That is The Boys. That is The Boys. That's why that works for The Boys. Yeah. And also, that is an entire episode. Weird. Hold on, that is also an entire episode.
No, but just it's gotten
that revolves like that. Around that.
No, like it got that way. Like in season 2 and on, it got that way.
But The Boys has always been that way.
No,
Peacemaker season 1 never felt. Peacemaker season 1 never felt overly raunchy.
This doesn't feel raunchy.
The fact that you're even bringing up The Boys
feels
just how
raunchy.
Fucking raunchy Peacemaker season 2 feels as compared to season 1.
I'm not saying they feel the same. No, The Boys feels raunchy. Like
I agree.
Web Winger or whatever his name.
I agree. I agree.
That's not
raunchy as fuck. I agree.
Peacemaker just feels like
that's how it feels when I'm watching them have a conversation with just a bunch of naked people in the smack dab in the middle of their convo. That's how it makes me feel.
If you have an issue with that, that's okay.
Is that not very The Boys having a conversation while there's an orgy in the back? Is that not very The Boys and not very
The Boys did not
Peacemaker?
Invent nudity. The Boys did not invent.
I never said they did. Okay. But do you not see how if somebody said, "Hey, this is in The Boys and this is in Peacemaker," do you not see the distinguishable difference there?
I think the difference
if you don't, I'm arguing with somebody in bad faith. Like,
I think the difference is you do have context for The Boys, specifically 4 seasons of context, because the way it started was just a very gruesome show, maybe a little bit of nudity here and there.
But this is what I mean. I don't think there's anything in Peacemaker that's nearly like in Peacemaker season 1 that's nearly that raunchy. I never felt like I was watching something raunchy in Peacemaker season 1. There's already been multiple moments 2 episodes into this season. I
wouldn't describe the show as feeling raunchy. Yeah, I wouldn't describe the show as feeling like that as someone who is like who has seen raunchy stuff. Like it didn't come off as raunchy.
I'm not saying the show feels like that. I'm saying there are moments to me that feel raunchy that I did not feel in season 1 at all. When Peacemaker is fucking Shorty and they're both naked, they say that doesn't. He's fucking her, angry as hell. That doesn't feel raunchy to me. You know what I mean?
I guess
him blowing her up and all this blood and shit. It never felt raunchy. You get it?
Right. And I would say the same for like The Boys season 1 felt relatively light.
I wouldn't. Okay, that's bad.
I wouldn't say it felt raunchy though. Like raunchy, It felt dark. It felt like unrated, not raunchy. And then The Boys,
overall.
No, season one.
There were moments in season 1 that felt raunchy as hell, though.
Yes,
100%.
I wouldn't say raunchy though. Like I would just say like unrated. Like this feels like unrated, not raunchy. But then when you establish a certain audience, that's when you can add more. That's when you can go for it. That's when you can have the hero gasms. That's when you can start your spin-off with someone inside of a penis. Like that's when you can do that. You can't just do that immediately. You have to set groundwork and establish your audience. If you just throw that in, especially when you're handling big IP stuff.
This is my point.
Hold on, let me finish.
Peacemaker just torpedoed that bitch in there. This is my point.
What?
They just bazookaed it in there.
No, because
there's nothing like that in season 1.
Because they had to establish their audience.
I would argue season 1 you can actually show to a demographic of teens or children.
Yes, but you have to.
You shouldn't.
Yes,
but there's an argument to be made. I would say right now, 2 episodes in, leave your kids out of it. Don't.
I hope they got that memo from the last one.
Or like preteens. No, obviously, but I'm saying it could be argued though. It could be argued that you can have them watch the first season though. That can be argued.
But Kelly, you have to establish your audience, especially in this superhero genre. When you're making
I just want some love behind my orgy. That's it, bro. We can move on. I just want some real love behind my orgy.
Let me just make one more statement. When you're making a show based on superheroes, like you are in the superhero space now, okay? You're in the superhero space. When you are making a show, more than likely, people will go into that show not expecting something super R-rated. I think this is why Invincible was such a shocker to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So your job there is to not go all out. It's to establish your audience. Listen, we're going into this territory where most things are PG and PG-13. So let's not go too far. We gotta establish who this is for. Then in the next season, when those are the core people watching it, when you have established that audience, there are expectations. There was no expectation with Peacemaker. There was no, this is going to be the most disgustingly R. There wasn't none.
Right.
So you have to establish, without getting there yet, that we can, that it's plausible. But in the future, that's just how it is, especially in superhero media where it's mostly like for children. You can't just jump into it like that. Like The Boys is clearly like gruesome, but it was still holding back in comparison to what it became. Like a lot.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And that's all Peacemaker is doing. And if you don't like the orgy or whatever, that's fine. If you think like it's too much or whatever, that's fine.
I just don't feel like it fits here. I just don't feel like it fits anywhere near DC, near the fucking brand. I don't feel like it like I think
this is a very specific side of DC.
I know.
That's like
trust
me.
We know
main heroes.
It is a very specific side of the brand. Trust me, we know. But I mean, I don't know. Like I just want some meaning behind it. I'm not saying you can't have, or I'm not saying James Gunn can't shoot his little orgies. He's always gonna shoot some weirdo shit, right? So I'm not saying he can't do that. But what I'm saying is, if you do that, I would just like for there to be a reason. I would just like for there to be, you know, something behind that, and not
we need the orgy lore. We need the orgy lore. But anyways,
I just don't want to end up feeling like I'm just like going through the motions, and like at the same time it's like I'm going through like I don't know.
Anyways, during this
rooftop
you may
not feel
party,
like that, but to me it feels like I'm going through the motions.
We just went for like 20 minutes on an orgy, not because of me, but during this
we needed to have that conversation. Let it be in this. Let some shit be in this next episode. be in episode 3, be something like that. You won't hear the end of it from me. You won't. Because I genuinely think there's a lot of kids right now that watch Peacemaker season 1 that are watching season 2.
Why?
Right?
Why?
And I don't think
why?
it's very,
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why are kids watching Peacemaker?
Because it's John Cena. Fuck, what do you mean?
What is that logic, Kelly?
What the fuck do you mean?
That's like being like, yeah, kids can watch something made by, I don't know, Martin Scorsese because it's Martin Scorsese.
No. John Cena has young audience appeal. That's literally his like thing. He was a W. His hustle, loyalty, respect. He's a WWE wrestler and the Make-A-Wish guy. Like, that's who he is. He's the guy that appeals to like the younger audience, right? I don't think that's crazy to say. And what I'm saying is, you got him under the DC umbrella in this character that's starting to balloon, not only just in DC but in pop culture by shoving him into every little thing WB can, right? And my thing is, that's why I'm saying there's probably plenty of kids.
That studio, man.
Clearly there's probably plenty of kids. I don't think it's crazy to say that there's probably plenty of kids.
I'm not saying no kids aren't watching.
Kids, preteens, whatever, teens,
I'm
whatever.
saying, why are they?
That probably watched
I'm saying
season
they shouldn't
1.
Be. I'm just saying they shouldn't be.
Obviously they shouldn't.
Okay, so you can't use.
But what I would say is season 2 hammers that point home even more. Like, it's like, I don't know. To me, I think you're trying to use other examples where they do not fit. It feels like they just torpedoed a bunch of dirty, crude shit into Peacemaker that didn't feel as crude before. Like, there were crude jokes and juvenile humor before, but like, I don't know. It just feels like he just took it up to another notch.
You're damn right. Yeah. Everything's taken up to another notch. But during this rooftop stuff, this rooftop party, what's his name? I already forgot his name, but Tim Meadows. I'm just call him Tim Meadows because that's what he really feels
nobody's gonna know his name by the end of the show.
Like, he really feels like Tim Meadows. Like,
playing Tim Meadows.
So his character. They end up like raiding the house behind like 𝙀𝙀𝙀 watch or whatever. Like, they don't tell him about it or anything, so they can warn Peacemaker, and it's because they're there to investigate. Right? They have this like little quantum tracker thing or whatever that can see, the energy of cosmic, stuff like,
which, by the way, felt really convenient. And by the way, how many times are we going to see Peacemaker enter the password? I feel like I've watched him enter the password like 8 times.
Does it have
already.
A reference? That's what I was wondering after the first episode. Like, does it reference to like a comic or something? Like, I'm curious.
I was thinking it was going to be important later on in the season, like somebody's gonna figure out the code or something. Like,
maybe that's also possible.
But I'm just like, every time the camera
like shows his finger
removing that panel
button, each button
every time.
But yeah, they see like the energy coming off of this thing, and they're like, it's off the charts or whatever. And then 𝙎𝑗 comes out of nowhere and just starts like going crazy. I don't know if like any of them are dead, but he was.
I'll tell you something.
He was fucking them up, dude.
𝙎𝑗's ain't indestructible. I shot that motherfucker so goddamn fast.
They were trying,
bro.
Were trying.
Were they?
Somebody, I need help. I can't tell how big this thing is. That was hilarious. I'm sorry. That was so funny, dude. But yeah, like he's like ripping out eyeballs and like cutting people's necks, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And yeah, he even pulls a Superman. He goes up in the air and cannonballs on Tim Meadows' character, taking them all out. I don't know if any of them died, but it seems like most of them lived. They went through it over there. Like 𝙎𝑗 was running hands. And yeah, everyone's all drunk now from the party. 𝙀𝙀𝙀 and Adebayo are discussing things about how, like, 𝙀𝙀𝙀 isn't the happiest with his life. Adebayo and Hardcore meet, and they've had their toughness, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but Adebayo indirectly kind of has caused the situation that Hardcore is in. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're still friends at the end of the day, and she knows like that wasn't Adebayo's intention. Like Adebayo wasn't trying to do that. And yeah, they're all like getting slizzard, and they're all having a fun time. And Peacemaker goes home, finds like this mess that Eagly made. Then he pulls the phone out that he had earlier from when they were incinerating the body of the other Peacemaker, and he's like, you know what? I'm curious. Let me just slide in the DM real quick. I know Keith or whatever in the other universe said we're not on good terms. Let me just throw a hey. Just throw a hey. You know?
Very relatable, by the way. This I could say is something that has actually happened in my life. This I could say, going to a party drunk, trying to rizz up a baddie, a shorty, getting her digits, but not exactly rizzing her up, or you already knew her or whatnot. Going home drunk as hell and you hit her up just to be left on red, or just for you to wake up in the morning and be like, why did I even do that? Like,
yeah, he sends her a message.
I'm pretty sure that'll be the Peacemaker thing when he wakes up. He'll be like, what the fuck?
He tries at least. He tries to send her a message on this phone, and it doesn't go through. At first, I was like, is this going to be some bullshit? Like, is this going to go through multiple universes? Like, you're lying. No, it doesn't go through. So he's like, I want it to go through. So what does he do? He goes, beep, 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 shows the digits, shows the password to the to the quantum unfolding storage container or whatever it's called. And he goes into the universe. He leaves the door open like a drunk idiot. You already know Tim Meadows and them are pulling up. Like, you already know they're going to pull back up. That door is going to be unlocked. But, yeah, he goes in the other universe. And you can hear, like, his dad in the back. Like, they're talking about, like, looking for him. And, like, the last time they saw him or whatever. He sits in this room. The message sends. Did she send her a message back? I think she did. I think she responded back.
She said, hey.
She said, hey, back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
She said, hey, with the heartbreak emoji. She's free.
Oh, yeah.
She's free from the shackles of this military boyfriend.
Well, I don't know. It could be
Rick Flag.
It could be two things. She could either be saying a heartbreak emoji because she just got heartbroken by what we assume Rick Flag.
Well, that's what I think it is.
Or since their breakup, Peacemaker hasn't talked to her.
I think it's like a little bit of both. It's like, hey, heartbreak, like things didn't work out, and I still like kind of miss you, kind of thing. Like I think it's like a little bit of both. Like,
yeah, and so it ends on this shot of him just sitting in the room, and I'm like, you can't end it there, man. Like, you can't end it there, man. Like, he about to just be chilling here. I'm so invested in like what he's gonna do in this universe, like how he's gonna be treated. Seeing that,
like to see it start happening. You know, I like to get the show on the road. And get this nigga in this other universe and see some different gadgets and shit like that. Maybe watch him babe up with Jennifer Holland, and then he hits that big turn when it's like
he's like, this doesn't hit. This doesn't hit the way it did back home. This doesn't taste right. But I think, you know, he's gonna go into that universe. I'm so eager to see how he's treated. Like I'm like, that's so new. Like, it's gonna be so new to see him in public as this masked, you know, hero being treated so good.
If we see any of this.
But also, I
assume we will.
But also, I think it sets up, it's something clearly we can expect, like you just said, which is some not hitting the same. You know, while I got everything I wanted, I don't got the found family.
I thought it was everything I wanted.
Yeah, I don't have the ads. I don't have the economist by my side. Does Vigilante even exist? Probably not, because his brother is probably his best friend or whatever. And it's these things that, dang, like yeah, I wanted to be the hero. Yeah, I wanted to have a good relationship with my father. Yeah, I wanted to be out of this, you know, old boring home and like living like trash. And he gets it, but he doesn't get the things he actually loves. It's everything he wanted, but not what he loves. And I wonder if there's an Eagly in that universe. Probably not. I have no clue. But
I told you, it could be that Eagly is not in that universe because his brother is alive.
You're saying that's his Eagly?
I think that could. I just think that
That's
could
his
be the
sidekick.
case. You know what I mean? Yeah, like
Maybe.
that's the brother he never had. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Is 𝙎𝙬𝙆. Does he say that in the first season?
Did he say what?
That you're like the brother I never had to 𝙎𝙬𝙆. I feel like he says something like that in the first season to 𝙎𝙬𝙆.
Maybe. I don't know.
But
I'm not sure.
That's my headcanon for now until we maybe see a 𝙎𝙬𝙆. It's the Thanagarian version of 𝙎𝙬𝙆, and yeah, it's 𝙎𝙬𝙆. It's
okay. Well, we said our differences, but yeah. So the episode ends there, and I'm just like, once again. I mean, listen, if there's one thing these episodes are gonna do, this is like the same from last season. Last season, every episode ended on like, oh, I need the next one right now. And the way this episode ends, you're like, you can't end it right there. He hasn't spoke to nobody. His dad didn't walk in. His brother didn't walk in. Nobody talked to him when he walked in. He just sat there in that like trophy room basically. And he's like,
it really does seem like anybody can just come and go out that motherfucker. Like, they do not care.
I'm going to spend some time here for a while, I guess.
Every time Peacemaker walks through, nobody's there. Every single time.
I mean, how much do you spend in like a trophy room?
Probably not.
You put your trophies in there and you go. You put your new trophy, put the plaque, go. Yeah, man. So that's where the episode ends. We'll say not quite as energetic or as strong as the first episode. Building some stuff out, laying some stuff out. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes, where now we see the 11th Street kids together. They're probably going to go after Chris and try to find him, because he's probably going to be lost. Like, they're probably going to be like, where did he go? And yeah, it sets up the next couple episodes. And let me just say, the dance opening is aging like wine. I guarantee you, by the end of this series, we're going to be watching that dance opening kind of like,
no.
Dang, I miss some of these people. Oh,
and I will gladly skip watching Peacemaker with you if you want to keep watching that fucking dance opening. I'm going to
keep watching that dance
long
opening.
As shit. It's long as shit.
It's like a minute long.
It is ass. It is
or maybe
ass.
Like a minute and a half.
It is ass. It is ass. And has none of the charm of the first one from the first season.
But that's because it's different. It's
I'm good. And not even a song that I can, not even at least a song that I can, I can sing the lyrics to and vibe to. Nah.
See, that's the issue, right? I think you're expecting or rather wanting the same, right? The same
I
intro.
don't want the same.
I'm talking about the same feeling.
I'm not,
I think you want that same, like, because the first season's intro, well, number one,
I don't need anything. He's the one that gave me the similar intro. I don't need an intro.
That's what I'm saying. I think the benefit of that the first season's dance opening had was like the shock factor. Like no one like expected that. This season,
I also think it's just better.
This season, like fundamentally can't have that. But also on top of that, the first season's intro is more like hype. Like they purposely used a song that's a lot more like heavy, like just like all out, just rock and more hype. That is not the approach to this dance number.
This one like
it is
tries
not hype.
To feel like kind of like wholesome.
It's very melancholic. If you read the lyrics, you can understand the context of how things are coming together and how things are making sense. And I still don't like it as much as the first, but I could see by the end of the series being like, damn, that I get it.
I can't because I had the same feeling in the first season. I was like, okay, like I was like, okay, like cool little dance routine. And then the second episode, I was like, damn, this is actually like a good intro. Like I like this intro.
But it's also
I'm
just
like,
more hype.
After the second one, I was like, damn, I want to skip this. It feels long as fuck.
Because it's not as hype, I think. I think it's
I mean, maybe. But there was like genuinely a moment where I was just like, damn, it's not ending. I was like, damn, it's not ending. So
I'll be watching the intro every time.
I won't be watching the intro every time.
He'll
be watching anything that comes out of fucking DC anytime. So it doesn't really matter.
You would watch anything that comes from DC.
Oh yeah,
at least something big.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna keep watching it though. That doesn't mean I'm gonna keep watching it. I will watch anything coming from DC.
I will respect.
I won't keep revisiting it. Though.
I will respect the artist's vision because we're not James Gunn. We did not write this show. We don't know how this show was exactly going to progress, little like every incremental detail of the show, we don't know.
We might.
No, you can make assumptions and estimations on where characters will end up.
Yeah.
But you're not going to predict every little thing. And, when the creator makes a dance that clearly you put thought and time into, it's not just music track, all right, choreograph some stuff. No, like, there's some thought put into this. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to see how it ages and how each episode progresses and how it affects that intro or that opening, or if it changes at all. I like it. It's not as great as the first to me, but I could see by the end if we really are going down this more emotional path.
Peacemaker intro. Just Peacemaker intro.
That's selling it short. Come on.
No, it's not.
That's selling it short. Like, the shows can do this, by the way.
It's not.
Shows can still do this, by the way. Like, that was crazy.
There are, what's crazy? There are way better shows that don't.
There are better shows that...
I mean. It's just a Peacemaker.
No one's calling it the best show ever, but
So let's not act like it. It's just a Peacemaker.
Who is acting like it?
You are.
No.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Calm down. It's just a Peacemaker.
You calm down.
Like,
what do you mean it's just a... Yeah, you're damn right it's a Peacemaker intro. This isn't slapping a logo on the screen. It has intention. It has a flavor that is specific to this series, so I'm going to watch it because that's what it's part of. It's a part of this show. It's a part of this.
Right.
You would never watch Teen Titans and not watch that theme song. Would you ever skip that? No, because it's a part of that show.
No, because it's way better than this one. No, because it's way better than this one.
No one said it's the best. No one said it's the best.
No. I don't think you see. This is what happens when the dick is too far lodged into your asshole. It's just a Peacemaker intro.
What?
You just brought up Teen Titans, which is a way better show with a way better intro.
Okay, but you would never skip it.
Matter of fact, I do you one better.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a Peacemaker season 2 intro.
Yeah, and it's a part of the fabric
of that show. Not even the season 1.
No, it's not.
I skip. You can play. I skip it.
We know. You're in a very different headspace. I don't need to see that.
I don't need to see that.
Now, especially after someone became
CEO.
You're in a different headspace.
I skipped the first one, right? For the first season, I skipped the intro for the first one.
Which is crazy.
But I can acknowledge. No, but I can still acknowledge.
You're not.
But I can still acknowledge that I liked the intro of the first season. I liked it. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. Genuinely. There wasn't a time watching that first intro in the first season where I was just like tired of it or kind of like I just skipped it because I just genuinely don't like to like watch the intros. Like do the same thing with anime and stuff. Even if they're banger intros, I do the same thing. I just don't really need that. I can just skip it. Like they give you a skip button for a reason.
That's different though, because anime intros tend to have similar qualities, whereas Peacemakers is singular to the show. Like you're not getting this anywhere else. Like you're not getting this intro anywhere else, and so I will indulge in the full experience, in the full Peacemaker experience, with Eagly on top of there, wing spread, Peacemaker in the back. Like the episode, can't wait for the next. But now we're going to move on to the next topic and our last topic, which is now we're over halfway into the year. We've gotten some bangers, but now we're in the real meat and potatoes of the year now, where all the awards players start coming out, all the huge money makers start coming out. Some during the summer, of course, that's always going to happen. But you get a much better pool in the back half of the year for movies, which leads us to our next topic, our top 10 most anticipated movies left this year. And we're going to start off with some honorable mentions like we did in the last episode. I'm going to let you riff off your honorable mentions first, but don't riff off your top 10 yet because we'll go back and forth. So we'll go 10, 9, just back and forth.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and give us your 3 honorable mentions that couldn't make your list.
Okay, so one of my honorable mentions that didn't make my top 10 is The Smash Machine. Now I don't know much about like Safdie projects. Is it directed by the same? Did the Safdie brothers both direct Uncut Gems?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the first thing they're doing separately.
Okay,
they did Good Time
yes,
too.
I don't know much about that. I just genuinely think that the movie looks really good, and that The Rock like genuinely looks like he's gonna have one of the better performances of the year. That's what I got from the trailer. So it didn't make my top 10, but I am anticipating that movie where I don't think I really would have if it wasn't for a trailer or just I
Seeing
don't
The
know,
Rock
putting
kind
The
of take
Rock,
this leap
seeing The Rock
into
try
his.
to
It also
try to
seems
really.
like. Can I just add real quick? It also seems like The Rock he's noticing he's at a point in his career where he cannot jump off of buildings anymore, and this is kind of one of the last. Like you can tell he's doing this thing
I
where
don't think he ever really did, but
yeah, but
I
you
think
can
it
tell
was always his stunt double doing most of
of course,
the
but
work.
you can tell this is him laying groundwork for him as
Also,
a quote unquote real actor.
UFC. This is a
But that's
UFC movie.
But that's what I'm saying. This is clearly like one of his last goes.
Yeah, it's a lot
but
more grounded.
Also
So
him being
spectacle.
like, I'm gonna really act that way in the next 20 years when I'm 65. I don't have to drive cars. I can just act. I can just do that, and that's clearly that. But keep going.
All right. So that's my first one, and then one of my other ones, unironically, you're gonna find this hilarious. It's just like fucking when Dune Part 2 was releasing, Black Phone 2. I have not seen the first Black Phone. I have not seen the first Black Phone. And just like Dune Part 2, I was hype as hell for Dune Part 2. I had not seen the first Dune.
You were the biggest Dune fan that has never seen Dune.
Listen to me. The trailer for Black Phone 2 is genuinely good as fuck. Like, genuinely. Every time I see it, I'm like, this shit looks so good.
I mean, Scott Derrickson cooked
visually,
on the first one.
Bro, visually, I'm just like, dude, the film grain is so perfect. It's not just grain for the sake of grain. Like it fucking breathes. Like I fucking love that shot every time. Of who plays the killer again? Ethan Hawke. Yeah. The shot of Ethan Hawke like with the roller skates, like or the ice skates, like skating towards the screen, like just that imagery. It has very like classic. Like classic slasher vibe, like carrying the axe, ice skated, but the film grain to it, and the vibes. Mason Thames is coming into his own as a really good actor too.
He is.
I can't wait for that. I genuinely looks really good to me. And then my other honorable mention that literally was I had it on my top 10 until I had to bump it out for another movie that I had forgot about. Is Marty Supreme. It's another movie. The other Safdie movie that just looks really good. Like, don't get me wrong, right? I'm already into the whole ping pong shit. Like, I like ping pong and shit like that. So
hey, people don't know. People are actually unfamiliar.
You throw in a Chalamet with a nice little pencil stash and some boyish hair. I'm kind of there. Trying to rizz up grown ass women. I'm like, hold on, I'm kind of there. Like I like the vibes that I'm getting here. I think Timothy Chalamet. I mean, can he do wrong? Does he choose wrong? So it's gonna be hard to really bat against him. So yeah, that's another one that made my honorable mentions. Marty Supreme, Smash Machine, Black Phone 2 could have made my top 10, but those are my 3 honorable mentions.
All right. My 3 honorable mentions. I'm going to start off with him. The Jordan Peele produced horror original by, I think, Justin Topping. I forgot. But yeah, I'm just so excited for this. You put Marlon Wayans in something where he's acting like a maniac, like a menace. And I'm like, wait, we're doing stuff that's actually interesting. Okay. And then obviously the Jordan Peele stamp tells me Jordan Peele saw this and went, this is worth my stamp of approval. And I remember he fired a bunch of people because they didn't get weapons for him. And that ended up being an absolute banger. So yeah, I'm very excited for him. It looks like a subversion of expectations of playing with the genre that I like. And then the next one I have is the Smash Machine, basically echoing everything you said. It looks great. And I think if the fact that we might potentially in about a year potentially see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson nominated for an Oscar.
Best thing ever. Fuck all the haters.
Absolutely
I don't care.
Insane.
Fuck all the haters that try to act like The Rock is this abysmal ass actor. Fuck him.
No,
I'm
no, no,
so
no. He
tired of
just
that
hasn't
shit.
proved. He just hasn't quite proved
No, I'm
that
just tired of
yet.
acting like he's a fucking abysmal actor. I
Yeah,
don't
I
like
will
that.
agree.
I think
People
he's
people do act like
very
he's
capable,
Sydney Sweeney or like.
and people entirely do not take voice acting into account, bro. That guy has a voice for ages.
Yeah.
So to me, I
And
would love to see
then
that.
and then my last honorable mention is gonna be Wake Up Dead Man, the new Knives Out movie. I just think these movies have been really good, and
Oh wow,
Ryan
I didn't even
Johnson
know
gets these
was a thing.
casts that are just explosive, and I'm just so curious.
Is this getting a theatrical release?
I don't know. Well, hopefully, but we'll see.
Is it Netflix though?
Yeah.
Is Netflix?
Yes. But
I did
yeah,
not
I'm
know
excited to
about.
see where he takes this next and what story he's gonna be telling. It just seems I forgot they dropped like a little teaser and it just seemed so much more like grounded and like way more than like the first two movies. It seemed almost like a Sherlocky like I'm so excited.
I'm not gonna lie. After the first Knives Out, it felt like a lot of movies tried to do a Knives Out afterwards, and it ended up
Murder
making
mystery.
the second one. It ended up making the set like, but even movies like those movies that are like just
Kenneth
being on
Branagh
like
movies.
like a cult island,
You're
and
talking
like
about
it's like just the way it felt. It just felt like
these movies in the Kenneth Branagh
inspired,
like
tonally.
Nightmare Alley trilogy that he did. Very, very hand in hand. But those are my 3 honorable mentions. I'll start off with 10 and then you can go.
Go ahead.
My 10th most anticipated movie left this year is going to be Mortal Kombat 2. I'm very excited for it. Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. Sign me up. It seems like literally everything I did not like about the first movie, it's just that movie. Like it literally just seems like that movie, but I like it now. It seems like everything I wanted, where they didn't do the tournament. Now they're doing the tournament. Our protagonist is this original character that I don't care about. Nope. Now it's Johnny Cage. Like you got Shao Kahn in here. Like we're doing it. We're actually doing it. And that trailer seems like they're cooking with gas, and it just seems better on it. Like I don't expect this at all to be worse. Which I'm not gonna say like the first Mortal Kombat was like the worst movie ever, but like
I wouldn't be surprised if this like
it just looks better.
Unanimously gets hailed as like the best Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah,
either.
It seems like it's doing
I think
everything we all want.
That I feel like it's doing what people like the first movie for.
Yes, except with everything that they wanted from the first movie.
Yeah. Special effects wise and like
yeah,
all that stuff.
You got
like,
Noob Saibot in here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's my number 10. Go ahead and drop yours real quick.
My number 10 is going to be The Running Man. The Running Man, and this is one. I'm not like the biggest Edgar Wright fan, but I do enjoy his films. I've watched like
not a ball knower.
I would say like most of his.
You've watched pretty much everything besides.
Yeah, I've watched everything besides. Did you do Licorice Pizza?
That's PTA, sir.
Oh yeah, PTA. I'm forgetting. It's slipping my mind, but I've pretty much watched everything he's done. I like pretty much everything he's done. The trailers for this were really interesting. Glenn Powell in the lead role, really interesting. I like this whole world that's kind of built out in the trailers of this kind of like dystopian, like futuristic world that like treats this game show as like, like the best thing since sliced bread. I like it. I dig it. I think it's very much in Edgar Wright's wheelhouse, like the concept and whatnot. And you got like Coleman Domingo in this movie. You got just like a couple notable actors. It's trailer, like, man. Yeah. I think it's gonna be really, really cool. I am worried about its like release point because it's lodged right in there next to like Mortal Kombat 2.
Didn't it delay a week? No,
it might have, but I don't know.
It's not October. It's in November.
Oh, I mean, Predator.
But it delayed a week. I'm pretty sure it was dropping the same week as Predator. Now it's dropping a week later, which
I don't know.
Depending how much noise Predator makes, could make or break that movie.
Yeah, but I'm hyped for it. It looks cool. I'm probably gonna watch it in premium formats. I'm hoping that it's good because if it is, I feel like it's gonna scratch like a certain itch that's been missing this year, like in terms of like comedies or like upbeat movies. I feel like that itch hasn't been scratched other than like Naked Gun.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the upbeat movies this year have kind of just been, oh, that's a good movie. I'm hoping this one could be like that upbeat good movie that's like at the same time, hey, I want to see another one because like there's some cool stuff here. So yeah.
Yeah, my number 9 is gonna be Tron Ares.
Okay.
I'm cautiously optimistic with this one.
He's not a real grid guy.
I think I Tron is Tron the only franchise to sustain this much longevity, not built on like characters? This and Avatar, where like even Avatar is still built on characters, though. Yeah, even Avatar still is. Tron might be the only franchise to last this long where it's only built on the world. You don't care about pretty much any characters. Like you can go without, like it can sustain itself without any of the characters returning. It can sustain itself without like the most methodical story.
Transformers kind of.
But even Transformers, it really showed this is what happened when you don't put Shia LaBeouf in those movies. Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, like I'm cautiously optimistic because when you get someone like a Joseph Kosinski to bring a Tron movie, and even that one is, as much as I like it, it's still as flawed as it is. And then you bring, a team that isn't remotely on the level of either of the previous 2 Tron movies. And I've always seen these movies as pretty much helmed by very visionary auteurs. The first one obviously was helmed by a visual effects artist that really wanted to push things forward and create a movie that was like mostly created and with a computer. And then you had Joseph Kosinski, obviously coming off of his architectural background in college and doing these very stylized commercials for Nintendo and Gears of War, and
which I find funny. A lot of those visual guys, they got their first goings in like commercials.
Yeah.
Specifically.
And he goes on to do Tron Legacy, and you can tell it's just every incremental detail when it comes to the set design, the visual language of that movie is to Joseph Kosinski's.
Crazy.
It's
so
just,
ahead of its
you
time.
watch that movie and you're like, this was released before like Captain America, the First Avenger. Like I'm pretty sure Joseph Kosinski still holds the record for, I'm pretty sure he still has the biggest budgeted directorial debut ever. I think he still does.
Really?
Yeah. His first movie, over like $150 million. I don't think a single director has had a directorial debut that expensive. But and the people working on Tron Ares, some of them are competent, but it's just not on that level. And then, the elephant in the room, we couldn't get anyone else. Couldn't get anyone else to lead this movie, huh? like I guess we couldn't. And I'm just the movie itself, like the story that I'm hearing, just a toss-up of like, it feels like it's embracing AI in a way that like, I know they're like gonna portray them as like bad, but I can already see Jared Leto's character is gonna be the AI that turns good and that learns humanity, and it's like, no, that's not possible.
Even if that does happen, aren't these movies inherently about embracing artificial intelligence?
I think there's a certain degree that you can do it when you make the AI become human and likable. That's
I think when you make that I think when you make the AI the backbone of your franchise and the world, right? The love, right? The whole reason anybody's gonna watch the movie.
That's true. Yeah. I think, this movie, especially since it's carrying some of that visual aesthetic from Kosinski's Tron Legacy, is gonna have, its moments. I'm more than.
There's already some shots that just straight up remind me of Legacy.
I'm more than certain that it's gonna have, some visual flares that I can feast on. But that's my number 9. Go ahead and tell us yours.
You're not gonna like this. There's a plethora of you that aren't gonna like this.
Why?
The reaction is up on the channel right now. It's one of our most popular reactions.
What?
Okay. My number 9 is Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Okay, and let me tell you something.
What are we doing?
The first, okay, look, the first Five Nights at Freddy's.
The plot.
Hear me out. The first Five Nights at Freddy's not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination.
We did react to it on Chill, though. You guys can go see that.
I don't think it's like the worst movie ever, especially given it's like a pandemic peacock movie. Like, about Five Nights at Freddy's. I wouldn't say it's like the worst movie ever, but so much room for improvement there. This trailer actually kind of shocked me a little bit. Okay. Here's the thing, right? Something about these animatronics, I just like, I gravitate towards as soon as I see them. And it was the same thing with the first movie and the first trailers, but this trailer is not only a lot better than just the fucking trailers for the first movie, but like movie-wise, it just looks better. Like the animatronics.
It does look better, it does.
They look so good. Yeah. Like, arguably better than the first. And you even have like the messed up Bonnie, and it's like, to even visualize that and bring that into live action and the shot of like the mask. And I'm just like, I'm there for all of that, because similarly to Mortal Kombat, I feel like that's a lot of the charm that was missing in the first movie was the Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
And instead it turned into this, it was like, hey, the Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be these animatronics, and that's it. And like, obviously some character details, some character names, little references here and there. This one feels a lot more along the lines of like a classic Five Nights at Freddy's feel.
When is Markiplier's movie dropping? God, I've been waiting for that for like the past
Iron
3
Lung,
years.
I every like couple, like 2 months, I like go into YouTube or go into Safari,
type in Iron Lung update,
and like try to see anything. Smoke, bro. Like there's
but then every 5 months
they might wipe that movie off the face of this planet. And then, I don't know what's going on.
Every 5 months, Markiplier just tweets out some cryptic tweet that
he'll be like,
I'm done.
Maybe it's just completed.
Yeah, he'll tweet out, all ready to go, and he'll be like, what? Like, I'm waiting for that. That's an interesting pick,
I'm waiting for that. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, mainly coming from like, a fanboy perspective. I love the FNAF games. I think the animatronics look great. I think it being a second movie already settled into the characters. I think it's gonna, do well because of that. You don't have to do as much heavy lifting on that part. And ultimately, I think the animatronics in this movie are the better ones. Like, I think they're the ones that are gonna be more intriguing, as opposed to the regular evil Chuck E. Cheese looking animatronics. Fucked up looking ass animatronics. That's the shit that I see in my nightmares. I never want to see that shit again. That's none of that's in the first in the second movie. Then you got Balloon Boy even in FNAF 2. I don't know. There's a lot of like little Easter eggs and references and stuff. I'm just obviously like I'm not expecting the most, but the fanboy inside me is definitely, I can't wait. Like it's Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Like I don't know what to tell you.
All right, my 8th pick in the movie draft of 2025 is Wicked for Good. Listen, I'm not the biggest like Wicked stan or anything. I don't even know much about Wicked other than like its minor connections to Wizard of Oz. Like that's all I knew going into that first movie. Like I just knew it had to do with Wizard of Oz, and like Elphaba and Galinda were friends, and Elphaba turns evil. Like that's all I knew about Wicked. I didn't know anything. And John M. Chu, director of In the Heights and the Step Up movies, dropped a banger. Like I was not ready for just how much I was gonna fall in love with that movie. And Ariana Grande, I mean, obviously she's gotten her praises, but man, you can't even understate. Like it's an understatement. No matter how much you talk about it, she was phenomenal. The set design, amazing. It's so wonderful. The set pieces and the dance numbers are amazing. Jonathan Bailey is so great in there. I can't wait for him in the second one.
The trailer for it isn't nearly as annoying as the trailer for the first one. Say
that. Gran Turismo level? It's not Gran Turismo level?
Oh, it's not Gran Turismo.
But yeah,
Gran Turismo is still up here.
Yeah, I went into that movie, expecting a good movie. Like this is Wicked, and you already it's a musical. Like you can just translate it. Like you get someone that's used to that. Guy that made it in the Heights, he can do it. But I just wasn't expect and fall in love with it as much, to the point where it got me so excited for part 2. And I'm hearing people be like, how, I'm not hearing people talk about Wicked Part 2. Are people excited for? You better believe
come November,
everybody's
the pink and green is gonna get whipped the fuck out.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be everywhere. People are gonna talk about it again, and I just can't wait. So that's my number 8. Go ahead and give yours though.
Okay, so my number 8 is gonna be Predator Badlands. You can already see a trend starting to go in this list with the IP movies. I mean, what can I say? I'm an IP guy. I don't know. I like most of the Predator movies. Dan Trachtenberg, I don't know. I think I've really just been feeling his vision for this stuff with Predator, Killer of Killers, which I didn't even like as much as everybody else, but like I still dug it. I still dug certain elements of that movie that are like, you know, some of the stuff in that animated movie is in Badlands. There's some stuff in Badlands that feels like that. I'm just really excited just because we get to, you know, kind of sit on this Predator world and see, you know, where everything comes from, and you really get to bite into the lore. I feel like it's that approach that James Cameron took when he was doing Aliens that made the franchise become like a must-see.
A franchise, like a blockbuster franchise.
Yeah, it became a franchise with like real meaning behind it. You know, the lore there. It was something to chew on. I feel like that's what this franchise has been missing. That Dan Trachtenberg is looking to kind of revitalize it with. So yeah, I can't wait for it. It's my number 8.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, you brought up the whole IP thing, and most of these movies are definitely IP movies. The only reason I don't have some, like, there are movies I'm more anticipated for than some of these that aren't IP movies. I did it out of respect for the viewers because they're probably not interested in like Omaha and Twinless and like you know, like Paradise Records.
But that's what they got me for. That's what they got me for. Because guess what? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah,
so,
I wish.
So Predator Badlands got to be on the list because I don't know what.
And
the
I
fuck
don't think
Omaha and
I don't
Lost
think it's
Twins
coming.
Or whatever you just
I don't
said.
think it's coming out this year, but I was really excited. I still am. I hope Taika's Clara and the Sun movie comes out. Like I'm still really looking forward to that. I know people hate him all of a sudden, but people act like he made only Thor Ragnarok and Love and Thunder. Crazy. Yeah, that's just why. But my number 7 is Predator Badlands. I'm really excited for it. Yeah, I mean, pretty much echoing everything you said. Dan Trachtenberg reinvigorated this franchise in a way where I'm like,
you can tell he loves it. You can tell
cook.
He wants to do
what do you need? What do you need from the store? What ingredients? Okay, I'll get them for you. Just like this one, cook. And it just looks so good. And just the approach of like, no. This is going to be the first Predator movie where the Predator is the protagonist, where we finally will see him. Well, I think has he spoken before? I feel like he has, but we've never like understood him. Like now we're going to see where he comes from, him trying to prove himself. But alongside comes this like droid played by Elle Fanning. Seems like we're going to get a kind of buddy cop, found family, you know, kind of like, it seems like they'll probably be clashing at the beginning, but like they'll warm up to each other by the end. It seems big in scope and like, yeah, especially when you compare it to Prey, it just seems like much larger scaled stuff, which I'm so excited to see Dan Trachtenberg do. But that's my number 7. Go ahead and give us your number 6.
You mean my number 7?
Or because you're right.
Yeah. My number 7 is probably one that none of y'all saw coming, you know. Unless you really know who I am. But it's Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
Okay.
I just can't wait for this. Simply, I mean, if you watch the trailer, it looks batshit crazy. Like the way they look fighting Demon Slayer's animation, specifically their fighting animation, because if I'm being honest with you, Imano,
Sir,
you're not going to want to hear from me.
That movie released last month.
Huh?
That movie released last month.
Yeah,
sir.
maybe in Japan.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what you're talking about. That movie is getting a premium format release in like a month or 2.
Yeah, it's probably re-releasing in premium.
Okay. Anyways, because I'm watching it in premium format. No, we're not going to watch Demon Slayer Infinity Castle in standard format. So let's just give it the Ninja 2 treatment for now. Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So,
You're right. It's September in the U.S.
okay. Yeah. There you go. But yeah, I've always been a fan of Demon Slayer's animation. Y'all ain't gonna want to hear this from me, but mano y mano, Demon Slayer's animation outside of the fights, you get two fucks about, right? Like I like their animation style.
I have seen the fights; they're insane.
But specifically, that style just really works for the action. Like once it's onto the slower stuff, like I'm not really like enamored as much by the animation and whatnot.
But a lot of flowing robes and capes.
All you need to do is show me Tanjiro fucking fighting in this Infinity Castle. It looks like fucking the fucking mirror dimension and shit. I don't even know what to say. Like wild as hell. I cannot wait to watch this shit on the big screen. I love this approach too that these animes are starting to take with making like theatrical releases. Some animes will like bulk up their season and have a little theatrical release and like bulk up like the season 1, but like in 1.5 hours for a theater, and you can watch it in a theater. But I like that they're taking the approach of like actually making movies. Like for like it was the same thing with Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Like when I watched that in theaters, I was like, damn, this is gonna be like the next big thing. Sure enough, it is. Cause like this shit's taking the world by storm. You're gonna see there's another one on my list, bro. Like it's taking the world by storm. I can't wait. Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle. It looks batshit crazy. It's my number 7. I can't wait.
Yeah. My number 6 is gonna be Marty Supreme. The Josh Safdie.
Drop the ping pong ball on your lap.
Absolute Mike. Listen, I'm excited for the Smash Machine, but I'm sorry. I gotta.
Think the Safdie just got it a little bit more. You think
I gotta take Chalamet. This is really reminiscent of when like the Coen brothers first split and they did their movies, and you were like, oh, well, we're about to see which one got it and which one don't. We're about to see. And yeah, I just think Marty Supreme has so much more going for it. I think it's interesting that they're both doing like biopics. That's interesting that like no one's ever like really
sports
brought up.
Biopics.
Yeah, they're both doing these sports biopics, but I've just heard phenomenal things from Marty Supreme. I hear it's so much more sexual than people are expecting. And
hey, yo, Honora.
I'm not
I'm just saying.
I'm not opposed to Gwyneth Paltrow getting down. I'm not opposed to it. But yeah, and then you got these castings of like Tyler the Creator and Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, and I'm like, this shit is different. Like they're cooking on some different gas with this.
It's kind of got that like Uncut Gems.
A little
like,
bit.
Where you're seeing these people
you see
you
Kevin
know,
Garnett
like,
in the movie, yeah, and it's like
fucking Julia Fox, like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
like, this is a little bit different.
I'm just so excited for it. It looks so great. And just these explorations of like real life people or even fictional characters when they're trying to achieve a goal so strongly that they feel about it, it has the makings of like so much stakes and tension and weight behind every single thing. I'm so excited for it. So that's my number 6. What is yours?
My number 6 is a movie that literally comes out in like a week or 2. I think it's 2 weeks. The Long Walk.
Ooh, that was gonna.
No, I won't be going to the. I won't be going to the walk for the entire movie screening. No, I won't.
3 miles an hour.
What I will be doing is sneaking into that screening, and after everybody leaves, I am licking every single treadmill.
What is wrong with you?
No. In all seriousness, the first time I saw this trailer, I was like, this movie looks fucking great. Like
it's written by the guy that did Strange Darling.
The premise is, and rightfully so, because it's a Stephen King adaptation. I believe it's like his first novel. Rightfully so.
This is not his first novel. This was made under this is one of the books he made under a pseudonym. So Stephen King was known for like writing horror books.
I know it's like one of his first. I know this was like early.
Only reason
like early Stephen King.
I'm pretty sure this was the first book he made though under the pseudonym, I forget what name he used. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Okay. But yeah, it looks really good to me. It has like a almost like late 80s, early 90s feel in terms of like how
How
simple and
simple. Yeah, yeah,
straight
yeah, yeah.
to the point the story is. It just very much feels like late 80s to me.
Hmm.
And then obviously you got certain cast members that are pretty familiar. You got bro from Jojo Rabbit in the movie. I saw
Oh
him.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You got bro from Alien Romulus in the movie. Um Mark Hamill in the movie, which that was another thing that really stood out to me. I was like, Jesus Christ, Mark Hamill, the fuck is going on here? This is crazy coming
I
from you.
know.
I'm not gonna
Me
lie.
when I watched
Um,
Kingsman, I was like,
dude.
what?
So I can't wait for this. I'm hearing some really good things about this movie. I think the premise is really strong. I think I think it calls for some
You don't
gripping
yeah, you don't have to
performances.
do much work to
Um,
hook. You just gotta then uh um you gotta execute
who is this
on
directed by?
I'll look real quick.
Like
I
I'm
know
not sure who
JT
this is directed
Moner.
by, but I just know a story like this calls for some really gripping performances because you're
Francis
trying
Lawrence.
to.
Oh, I didn't even know this was directed by him. Francis Lawrence did like Red Sparrow. I'm pretty sure he did some Hunger Games. He did
Oh,
what's
really?
that movie? What's the one I haven't seen it, but it's a D Constantine. Constantine. He did
Oh,
Constantine, and I did not know he was doing this. That's interesting.
that is interesting. But yeah, I can't wait for it. I'm probably gonna watch it in like a week or two when it releases, and I'm hoping that I'll really like it because it's damn near my top five. So yeah, that's my number
That's what I
six.
know him from. He did I Am Legend. That's what I think that was the first thing I really knew his name from. But yeah, I didn't throw Long Walk in my list because it's releasing so soon. That would have definitely been in my probably my honorable mentions. But now we're in the top 5 of the year. We're gonna get through this as quick as we can. But my 5 is gonna be Begonia. Listen, my boy Yorgos Lanthimos is back to drop another banger. Listen, Kinds of Kindness released last year, and it wasn't amazing. It was good. It wasn't amazing. It was good. It wasn't amazing though. He had Poor Things in 2023. That was peak. That was absolutely
That was great.
phenomenal.
That was great.
And yeah, when ever since the premise of this movie, these people kidnapping their like boss, their CEO, because they think she's an alien or whatever. It has so much potential for hijinks and thrills, but also comedy. Like Yorgos is like touches all over this, and I'm pretty sure this is like technically a remake. I'm pretty sure this is like adapting a Korean movie. I'm pretty sure. But if
Oh,
there's
really?
anyone to do this kind of story, I cannot wait to see Yorgos. And then I'm hearing Emma Stone is phenomenal in here. They're giving her praises like over Poor
I mean, are you
Things.
ever gonna hear anything
No,
other
probably not.
than
But
anything Emma Stone is in?
then
Like
you give me
anything
like
Emma Stone is in,
you
is
give me
that's the
Jesse
response.
Plemons in a more prominent role too. I mean, I am so sad for this. I cannot wait. I've been looking forward to this for like well over a year now, and it's finally on its way. And yeah, it's getting nothing but praises over at Venice right now, and I can't wait. That's my number 5. What is yours?
My number five is something that I don't think anybody is gonna guess. I think
I
some
think I
people
can.
could guess the Demon Slayer
I
one.
think I
I
can.
don't think nobody can
Oh,
guess
oh,
this
I
one.
can't. I can't. Never mind.
My number five is gonna be the Chainsaw Man movie, the Res arc.
Oh,
Listen
I
to me,
totally
okay?
forgot
I've
they're
already read
releasing a
it.
movie.
I've already read it in the manga, so yes, I already know what's basically happening in this and that. But like knowing how long it's been since the last Chainsaw Man thing, bro, I'm just ready to see more Chainsaw Man. Like you could just tell me, hey, this dog shit Chainsaw Man short is about to release. Probably end up in this top 10. But I'm just being honest. Like it's been so it just feels like it's been forever since the last time we've seen Chainsaw Man. So I just can't wait to see this cast of characters again. And then the premise of this girl, like you think about our main character, you think about this girl that is into him, and like how this is the kind of thing he's been wanting is like this girl that's just drooling over him, and he's just and it's I don't want to spoil too much, but there's an interesting ass dynamic in that relationship there that I can't wait to see unfold on the live action big screen. And also, I just want to know what the animation is going to look like because if you're making an animated Chainsaw Man movie for the big screen, not, you know, something that's going to release on streaming, but we're just going to release it in theaters. No, no, this is made for the big screen. That makes me wonder because the show has incredible animation, like fucking ridiculous. Like some of my favorite Mappa just knows they know exactly what they're doing when it comes to animation. I can't wait to see what this looks like on the big screen. I can't wait to see what the scale is going to be like. And just it's Chainsaw Man in theaters, bro. Like enough need be said, bro. I cannot wait. It's my number 5.
All right, my number 4 is The Running Man. I am an Edgar Wright glazer. I am an Edgar Wright truther. He is one of the greatest filmmakers of this century. You don't just drop the Cornetto trilogy and expect me to think he's pretty good. You don't drop all-time classics that are all-time comedy classics. Like, oh my God, they're so funny. No. These are movies that have attention to detail, that have tight screenplays, that are sharp, that have thought put into them. And his ability to jump from that and then to something like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, do something far more bigger, outlandish, adapting material, but he still has that wit, that sharpness, that like he plays with everything that's in and out of the frame so well. But then he goes to something like Baby Driver, something much more emotionally driven, something much more
knows how to utilize music.
Yes,
multiple
obviously.
facets,
and it's not as big. And when you tell me he's reinterpreting, because I don't even want to call this a remake. Everyone's calling this a remake because there was a Running Man, but technically a remake would mean he's remaking that movie. He's not. What he's doing is a far more accurate adaptation of the novel, and I think whenever I hear Edgar Wright talk about this wasn't even, he didn't even pitch this or anything. He always loved The Running Man. Like, he adored the book, and he always talked about wanting to do The Running Man. They approached him with it.
What
and
does
that
he think
tells
about
me,
the Arnold? Do you know what he thinks about the Arnold movie?
I'm pretty sure every time he talks about it, he's very like slight. Like,
I would love to see what he really thinks of that movie.
Yeah, he's very like tries not to talk about it. He's very like, the Arnold movie was fun, but and then he like continues on another sentence. Like, yeah,
That's hilarious.
it's so crazy. Very rare do we see an artist talk about a book or something constantly, and way down the line they get to actually do it, and that tells me this is coming from a place of actual care, passion, and I can't wait for The Running Man. Edgar Wright glazer. That's my number 4. What's yours?
Speaking of passion, Frankenstein.
Hmm.
Guillermo del Toro's passion project. This is the project that he's been wanting to do for quite some time. Yeah, I can tell, right? When I look at the trailer, I'm like, God
Ridiculous.
damn. Like,
Ridiculous.
You thought about every little thing in this shot, in this shot, in this shot. This movie looks incredible.
Victor!
I think you got some real star power here with Jacob Elordi and Oscar Isaac. I think you're gonna see
Mia Goth?
2 performances. I think right, obviously, yeah. Mia Goth, and I'm pretty sure there's another notable performer in this movie that I'm forgetting about. But those 2 specifically, Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi, I think Jacob Elordi and Mia Goth for that for the example, I think they both have like great young audience appeal.
Yes.
I think they're both coming into their own as performers. I think this is something Jacob Elordi is like, to me, it speaks to Jacob Elordi wanting to, broaden his horizons, because this is that typical role. It's a Guillermo del Toro movie in a Frankenstein.
Not when he did the Sofia Coppola movie 2 years ago.
Don't even know what you're talking about.
It's
But anyways,
with Kaylee Spaney, where he was Elvis. He was Elvis.
He played. Yeah, but I could see that.
He was
I could see that. You see how I can't see him being Frankenstein though? And that's the thing, right? Is him being Frankenstein in this movie, which doesn't look like, your typical Frankenstein movie. It almost looks it almost has like an art house feel to it, with like these Guillermo del Toro inspired like production, like, bro. There's like, I love Guillermo del Toro's movies, bro. Probably more than most. Like, I would say I rank Hellboy 2 like higher than most people. Pacific Rim, I fucking love that movie. Now the second movie, whatever, like it is what it is. But like, I love that first. He didn't. That's what I'm saying. Whatever, like, but that first Pacific Rim movie is really good. But yeah, I can't wait. The
Mm-hmm.
everything about this movie just looks good. The score, the dialogue, that's the little bit of dialogue that's being said in the trailer, the effects. I mean, just all
It's
around, I can't
phenomenal.
wait. I think it's gonna be like a Netflix like fucking all timer. Like I think this is about if a Netflix classic exists, bro, this is gonna be one of them, dog. Like I
I
can't
hope
wait. My
so.
number four.
Yeah, now we're into our top three of the year. My third is One Battle After Another. This is PTA
Boom.
coming back with his most, by far, his most expensive production. I think the most expensive budget he's had is like 40 million. Like, I think that this is $150 million epic with like Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro, and at least from what I can see from the trailers, it's of this, certain organization that Leonardo DiCaprio's character was a part of, and he wants to. He's being sought after, and in the midst of all this, chaos ensues, and it just looks big. And let me just say, PTA has not missed once for me. The closest that I'm forgetting the name of the movie. It's the movie with Joaquin Phoenix, Inherently Vice or something. It's something like that. I remember that being like not good, but everything else he's ever made, I'm pretty sure I've seen everything he's made. Phenomenal. He has the greatest 4 movie run in cinematic history. Don't fucking argue with me about that. You're not arguing against Boogie Nights, uh, 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 um,
Magnolia.
Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love, and There Will Be Blood. Back to back to back to back is insane. You can't argue against that. And then he like Licorice Pizza, which he dropped during the pandemic, was so great. And yeah, he cannot do wrong to me. And Warner Brothers threw him an insane amount of money for this. Will it make it back? Probably not. But that's what Sinners was for.
I think
Sinners
most
kind
of
of
that
pays for this.
budget went to Tiana Taylor's prosthetic stuff because it is very noticeable. Like they're like, you're gonna know she might have triplets. I could just be sitting here thinking the stomach is noticeable, and in the movie it's noticeable because she has fucking 3 babies in
Yeah,
there. But
it's shot in IMAX. I mean, every time we've been sat in the IMAX theater and seen that trailer, I'm just
the
like,
stomach is like,
so I'm so ready for it. PTA, love him. One of my goats. One of my favorite filmmakers ever. And that's my number three. What's yours?
my number three is Tron Ares. Okay, I can't fucking wait
Whoa.
for this movie, and the double feature is already booked. Okay, let me tell you, like that shit's that's a day
I'm
one. The
excited
double
for that.
feature of
I'm very
Tron
excited for that.
Legacy and Tron Ares and IMAX 3D, bro. Say no more. But yeah, it's another IP movie. I love Tron Legacy more. I would. Another argument is to be made that I like it more than most people. I think that movie is fucking phenomenal. I think that's one of the best movies, one of the best sci-fi movies of the 21st century. I think that movie is way ahead of its time. And honestly,
Yes.
if I'm being real here, good on Tron Ares to take a lot of inspiration from Legacy, because what Legacy did is kind of redefine Tron 1982 in the modern aesthetic, in the modern era. And I like that they're not shying away from that, and instead they're kind of embracing it, because number one, are you gonna do better than Joseph Kosinski? Probably not. But number two, what Joseph Kosinski built it's the modern, it's a modern version of the grid, and this and that. And I
Yeah.
like the all of the aesthetics. I like how it's this like
Mm-hmm.
reflection of Legacy with these deep
Mm-hmm.
reds and blacks instead of like these light blues and grays, and like the coolness versus like the punk like
Very
industrial
industrial.
ass
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
red and then 9-inch nails on this fucking sound. I can't even fathom what this soundtrack is gonna be like in IMAX. The visuals here, fucking so crispy, so good. Like the visual effects, the different ways they're doing things, like the way the de-resing looks in real life. It's things like that that I'm like, okay, there's visual approaches that they're taking that are still moving the franchise forward and still giving me those interesting tech like things that you get from the Tron movies. I think what's really, selling this movie for me the most though is just this idea of like Dillinger's grid, and like him making these AI soldiers or whatnot, and just the idea of AI right? Not being in your control, right? But thinking that it is, thinking that it's all for you. And I don't think that they're gonna go a very generic route of telling this story of like you can't control everything.
Sorry.
I do not agree with you being mad that Jared Leto is in this role, because I don't even think we would have this movie if Jared Leto was in this role.
No, we wouldn't.
Jared
of course,
Leto
that's the only reason
his
he's
own
in it.
money.
He's been
On the
attached to it
fucking
for over a
line for
decade
this
now.
movie. Jared Leto's a huge Tron
It's like
fan.
The
I mean,
Rock with Black
it's,
Adam. It's like The Rock
it
with Black
spits
Adam.
off the screen. The scene with him and Jeff Bridges literally looks like we're in the 1982 grid. That shit, like aesthetically, visually,
Which
on
is
an IMAX
cool.
screen.
I've always seen the franchise.
That shit's
like
gonna look
forward,
so.
like
That shit's gonna look so good. And again, I like how the aesthetics are kind of coinciding with
the real world.
Some of the with some of the real world, and the way those are visualized. Like it's truly one. It looks one of a kind in those sequences. Truly. So yeah, I can't wait for it. I could turn around my camera right now. I'm staring at Ares on both of my screensavers right now. Just I got my two wallpapers is this aura post that Ares has, bro. I can't fucking wait for like just
hopefully, man,
the atmosphere, the aura. Like
I'm not getting any of that from the trailers.
This is one of my most fun movie-going experiences from when I was younger. Is watching Tron Legacy.
I do remember
coming
home.
I can't wait to be
with
back,
the 3D glasses, and we immediately bought the PlayStation game for Tron. I remember all of that. But
yeah, like right after that, we immediately went.
You talk about like the atmosphere and stuff, and like that's the stuff that like I hope is in the movie, because I'm not getting any of it in the trailers. I'm not getting any feeling, and like I'm not getting any epicness, and you know, like something, the things that I want, like the music sounds good, which I expected. Like that's the one thing I expect to be top tier. I just want a lot of the movie to follow through. But
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I've seen from the trailers and spots that is far more epic than some of the shit in Legacy. Like far more. Like
like you're talking about scale? Oh yeah, I'm not talking about
two
scale.
armies.
I'm more talking about the approach.
Water jets that are like exploding in massive fucking form. Like to me,
yeah, I'm more talking about the approach, not just not the scope, but how you envision it, how you make it.
I think that is the one thing it's gonna be, because I remember that, and granted, they play the 9 Inch Nails track in the trailer. But I do remember that Tron Legacy trailer. That fucking Daft Punk track is just creeping up. And it's just like, once it comes in, boom, boom, boom. I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, bro, again,
that's still one of the greatest
composed
scores ever.
I'm there. And when you got like a super fan that's like the protagonist of the film, and like a lot of the reason that this film got in their way, I like to think that this is coming from like a place of like, you know,
I hope so,
good
bro.
faith. And like, you know, I can't wait. It's Tron. It's one of my most fucking memorable movie experiences. I'm gonna be back in the grid, bro. Like that's crazy.
I'm excited.
It's crazy.
Specifically for that double feature, so I can see
Tron Legacy.
Oh, now I can do this. This I can do. This I can do. But
which, by the way, that's another reason I can't wait for Ares. Just the thought of Sam Flynn maybe being in that movie, brother.
I hope so.
It raises the goosebumps on my arms, bro.
We'll see. Number 2 for me, Avatar: Fire and Ash. What need be said? These movies, listen, what need be said? Am I throwing on an Avatar movie at home? Absolutely not. These movies are made for the theater. Like, you watch it in the theater, you want to go back and watch it in the theater. The second it's at the theater, we're good. I'll be waiting for the next one, James.
You watch that shit in theater as many times as you can while it's in the theater.
That's what I'm saying. Sure, you might get on 4K. How much are you going to play it? Probably not a lot. It just hits on a different level in the theater. And, I'm not too high on that first movie. I still think it's pretty mid. What he did with the second movie is, to me, what people thought he did with the first movie. To me, that's what people thought he did with the first movie. Like, it's a level up in every single way. It's more epic, far more emotional. The action is better. It's more thrilling. The character work is better. The parallels between him and Quaritch going on right now, just in that first fucking Fire and Ash trailer, is amazing. I cannot wait for this movie. James Cameron, visionary, yes. Create the blockbuster for my eyeballs that I'm going to see every time you drop.
I'm literally about to go into my Navi transformation phase. Come December, like
might paint myself blue.
Turning blue.
Might paint myself blue.
Ears
for that.
are gonna go pointy and shit. Like,
yeah. I can't wait. That's my number 2. Go ahead and drop yours real quick.
My number 2 is Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh.
See what I did there? The two. No, genuinely, I can't wait for this movie. This is. Man, if it wasn't for me being a massive James Cameron fan and being so invested in Avatar, this would easily be number 1 because I'm a fucking ginormous Mortal Kombat fan. I love the games. I love the animated movies. I've even read some of the fucking comics. Like,
I don't think there's one Mortal Kombat game we have not played. I don't think there's a single. I'm talking web
played every
game,
single game,
everything.
Watched every single movie. Don't even hate any movie, even fucking Armageddon. I can tolerate. Like, I don't even hate none of these goddamn movies.
What y'all know about Mortal Kombat Legacy? Mortal Kombat Legacy?
Mortal Kombat Legacy. Come
y'all
on,
don't
brother.
even understand. We was starving that bad. Had to deal with the web series.
Had to deal
for a little web series for a little bit.
Web series in the early 2010s were hitting like fucking crack. Let me tell you something.
Bro. Oh my goodness.
But Johnny Cage as the main lead, played by Carl Urban. But more need be said. I mean, he looks like he's playing the more latter half of the games, more MK11, MK10 Johnny Cage, which I'm so down for. As long as Cole Young's not the main character. Anyways, Jade is in this movie. Then you got Katana, which her fucking just the shot of her fans floating. I'm like, I can't wait. Shao Kahn looks like a goddamn beast. The cinematography in some of these shots, I'm like, the fuck happened here? Did we pick up a cinematographer? Like, did the first movie have to shoot without a cinematographer? Because there's
Let
shots
me see if
in
there's
here
a
where I'm
different cinematographer.
There's genuinely great shots in this trailer that I'm like, damn, that could be my wallpaper. You got a shot of like Liu Kang facing off against Kung Lao, which I'm hearing rumors and murmurs that fight is fucking peak. I'm hearing Liu Kang versus Kung Lao. I mean, if you think about that shit, it probably is gonna be peak. I haven't even seen much of Quan Chi. I can't wait to fucking see him. Look, I'm rambling. I'm a fucking Mortal Kombat stan. Any Mortal Kombat movie, for that matter, that comes out is going to 100% be in like my most anticipated movies. This is no different, given that we have the tournament here. We have Johnny Cage as our main character. Shao Kahn is in this bitch, and you know, it's getting. Matter of fact, it's getting an IMAX release, bro. Like, I don't even know what more to say here, bro. Like, I'm sitting in IMAX watching Mortal Kombat, bro. This is my number 2 most anticipated movie of the year.
If the same cinematographer is on it,
I don't believe it's the same cinematographer. I think it's the same director. I believe that it's a different cinematographer.
It is a different cinematographer.
I believe like it's actual good one too. Like, I think
it's an actual good one too.
Yeah, because I remember looking up the cinematographer for the first movie. He did like literally nothing.
Ooh,
and, like,
this guy,
cinematographer,
the Electric State.
Like, he has some shit under his belt.
He has like Fast X. He has
name the good shit. He's got some good shit in there.
I mean, he's done most of the Fast movies, like Fast 5. Like, he's done the good ones too. He shot Star Trek Beyond. That's
come on, Star Trek Beyond looks great.
Yeah, but that's really. He doesn't have that. It's not standout, but he's more he's worked in the blockbuster. You need someone like that. He's more competent. He's
a lot more competent. He's got more skin in the game. You feel me? Like he's there. But yeah, I can't wait. It's Mortal Kombat, bro, and it's actual Mortal Kombat. I think that's what Sonya says in the
yeah.
It's like Mortal. It's gotta always have Sonya say it's Mortal Kombat, so it's actual Mortal Kombat this time. So I can't wait.
Yeah, my number 1 of the year, Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein. I mean, if there's one person I'm a glaze here, listen, Pan's Labyrinth, one of my favorite movies of all time. Pacific Rim, banger. Hellboy movies, my childhood. Shape of Water. Speaks for itself. You serious? Oscar winner? Are you serious? Listen, Guillermo del Toro has a specific visual language to me that even when he does different things, like Pacific Rim and his Pinocchio are so different. But there is a visual language Guillermo del Toro takes. I can't even describe it. It is so singular. It is so singular to him.
It's like,
and when you tell me
Spiderwick means the Addams Family meets fucking
yeah,
like,
when you tell me this guy who has these flavors of gothic horror and creature feature, and you tell me he's doing Frankenstein, and then on top of that, this is clearly a passion project for Del Toro.
Yeah.
And you get Oscar Isaac in here, and this is already high on my list. But then that trailer dropped, and I'm just like, I hate that this is a Netflix movie. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the trailer drops, and you're like, I should be able to watch this in IMAX multiple times.
Maybe they'll release like K-pop Demon, the Frankenstein sing-along in theater.
Hey, maybe. But yeah, it just seems so grand in scope. It just has this like tale. Like, it feels like a tale. Like, you know what it feels like to me? When we all watched those, they're different marketing for sure, but when we all watched those Furiosa trailers and we were like, oh my god, this is gonna be so badass, and then you watch the movie and it's like this this epic story. That's what I want from Del Toro. That's what it looks like I'm getting from Del Toro.
Kind of what it feels like, yeah.
And I mean, you already talked about it earlier, so I'm echoing every sentiment and every single thing you said. But this is one of my favorite filmmakers ever. He has never led me astray. And I mean, I'm watching this in theaters as soon as possible if it gets released here. I am praying that we are part of one of those limited releases. And that's my number one. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. There it is. What's yours? We all know what yours is.
You know mine is Avatar Fire and Ash. I mean, that second movie, masterpiece. Enough said. It's a fucking masterpiece. James Cameron himself, masterpiece crafted by the gods themselves. I mean, he can do no wrong in my eyes. This fucking trailer was fuck. There's something about these Avatar trailers that just
transport you, bro.
It just
makes you levitate.
Man, he knows how to really like not give you too much, but give you just enough, and like
to where you want
have
more.
You yearning for it. Cause man, I can't fucking wait for this. The Ash clan, they look like aesthetically so cool, so different with the red paint. It just the vibes of
like place.
Yeah, the vibes of their nation. I can't wait. You got some shots of like Jake Sully in handcuffs, like with like people around him. My boy Payakan in the trailer, like, dog. Lohawk is about to grow into his own, bro. Like, bro, I can't wait. Lohawk said, "Hey, a marriage would be crazy, bro." Like, I can't wait, bro. Like, oh god, James Cameron, you've got me for as long as you do this franchise. You will have me sat day one in IMAX 3D for every single one of these movies. Yeah, that's my number one, very easily too. My number.
And those were our top 10 most anticipated movies left of the year. You guys tell us yours. Tell us your favorite of the year. Tell us, maybe your most anticipated movie of the year. Tell us in the comments below anything related to this. We would love to know your thoughts, or tell us what you thought about Peacemaker Season 2. Anything related to this entire episode. Let us know your thoughts. We love discussing with you guys down there. And if you made it this far and you haven't done it, you just heard us yap for like 2 hours. What's you good? Like,
I was yapping about a fucking orgy for like 10-15 minutes. And you don't like the video, bro? Like,
and you stayed and you don't like the video? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Click that bell that we're notified every time we upload. We would greatly appreciate it. It would be amazing, and it's completely free. So you can support us there, and it costs nothing. And also be sure to follow our socials. All of it's linked down in the description below. But other than that, it has been your boy 𝙧𝙀𝙀.
It's been your boy Kels.
And hopefully we see you all in the next one.